Have you ever stopped to truly consider why, despite your best efforts, diligently eating what you believe to be a healthy diet, religiously exercising, and following all the recommended guidelines, your legs persistently feel weaker, heavier, and more prone to discomfort? Why does that familiar staircase now seem to ascend at an impossibly steep angle? Why does the simple act of rising from a comfortable chair now demand a noticeable and perhaps concerning increase in effort and time compared to just a few years ago? Is losing strength in your legs and having trouble moving just something that has to happen as you get older? Or could there be a hidden reason, something quietly making it harder for you to keep your legs strong, healthy, and free from pain? Today we are going to embark on a journey of discovery, a journey that will unveil the 7 deadliest fruits, the fruits that any senior over the age of 60 should be particularly mindful of and, in some cases, actively avoid, especially if your primary goal is to shield your legs from long-term damage, persistent pain, and progressive weakening. After you have fully absorbed the information presented in this video, you will never look at your fruit dish, that colorful and seemingly harmless assortment of nature's bounty, in quite the same way again. Therefore, if you genuinely value your strength, your independence, and your ability to maintain stable, strong, and pain-free legs for years to come, I urge you to stay with me until the very end of this video. You see, as we gracefully progress through the years, our bodies undergo a series of complex and interconnected changes. Our circulatory system, the intricate network responsible for delivering vital nutrients and oxygen to every cell in our body, often experiences a gradual weakening, potentially leading to reduced blood flow to the extremities, particularly the legs. Our metabolism, the engine that powers our bodies and efficiently processes the food we consume, tends to slow down, impacting how effectively we break down and utilize various nutrients. Consequently, the foods that once provided us with a wealth of benefits and contributed to our overall well-being may now, subtly and insidiously, begin to cause harm, particularly certain types of fruits. You see, pineapple, beneath its tropical allure, contains a significant amount of strong acids and natural sugars. And those sugars, while naturally occurring, are not as harmless as they might seem, particularly for those over the age of 60. Let me explain. As we age, our blood vessels, the intricate network that carries life-sustaining oxygen and nutrients throughout our bodies, become more delicate and sensitive. They no longer respond to sudden surges in sugar levels in the same robust and efficient manner as they once did. Despite its potential benefits, pineapple delivers a potent dose of natural sugar directly into the bloodstream. How does this translate to potential harm for your legs? It raises blood sugar levels rapidly, causing a sudden spike that can have detrimental effects on the delicate blood vessels that supply your legs, feet, and muscles. Over time, as circulation deteriorates due to these repeated sugar spikes, less oxygen and fewer vital nutrients reach your legs, leading to a cascade of unwelcome consequences. And you know what that results in? Pain. A persistent and nagging ache that can make even short walks feel like an arduous journey. The majority of seniors remain completely unaware that the very fruit they are consuming in the pursuit of better health may be subtly contributing to the progressive weakness they are experiencing in their legs. So, what are you able to do? This is not to say that you must completely despise and eliminate pineapple from your diet. However, it is crucial to be informed, to be aware of the potential risks, and to speak up to your healthcare provider if you have been experiencing persistent leg pain or inexplicable swelling, particularly if you are a regular consumer of pineapple. The harm, while subtle, is indeed genuine, and it's essential to take proactive steps to protect your leg health. Now, the second fruit you might want to stay away from is bananas. You see, it's supple. It's delightful. It's a staple in many households, often grabbed for a quick energy boost before a workout or as a convenient snack on the go. However, for seniors, this seemingly innocent and highly beneficial fruit could be subtly deceiving you, working against the very goals you're striving to achieve. Let's delve deeper into the surprising truth about bananas. Indeed, for younger, more active individuals, these claims largely hold true. The quick burst of energy and electrolyte replenishment can be incredibly valuable. However, the situation takes a distinct turn, and the narrative changes significantly for elders. As our bodies age, the way we process and react to certain foods evolves. Natural sugars and quick-digesting carbohydrates are abundantly present in bananas. This means that immediately after you consume a banana, your blood sugar levels tend to rise rapidly and quite dramatically. When this spike occurs frequently, especially over a prolonged period, your body can begin to develop a phenomenon known as insulin resistance. This is a critical point. Insulin resistance means that your body's cells don't respond effectively to the insulin hormone, which is responsible for regulating blood sugar. When this happens, your body struggles to efficiently move glucose from the bloodstream into your cells, leading to persistently elevated blood sugar levels. The worst part of this subtle deception comes next. The negative impact won't hit you immediately, like a sudden injury or acute pain. No, it's a slow, cumulative process. Over time, consistent consumption of bananas might make it progressively more difficult to move with the ease and freedom you once enjoyed. And it can certainly contribute to an increase in chronic pain within your legs and joints. At this point, I know you are praying that your favorite fruit doesn't come up next. But if it is grapes, then I'm sorry. They appear undeniably naive, tiny, irresistibly juicy, and incredibly simple to pop into your mouth as a quick, refreshing snack. They are, without a doubt, one of nature's most convenient and appealing treats. Furthermore, they boast a stellar reputation in the health world, widely promoted as heart-healthy and absolutely packed with powerful antioxidants, compounds celebrated for their ability to combat cellular damage and promote overall well-being. However, here's the critical piece of information that the majority of individuals, particularly seniors, remain largely unaware of. When elderly people regularly consume grapes, even in seemingly moderate amounts, they may inadvertently be contributing to mild yet persistent leg pain, a noticeable increase in stiffness, and a heightened state of inflammation throughout their joints. But why? What is it about these sweet, tiny orbs that can have such an unexpected and negative impact on aging legs? The answer lies in their composition. Grapes contain a significant amount of fructose, a specific type of sugar that, while naturally occurring, can be particularly harmful when consumed in high concentrations, especially for a body that is undergoing the metabolic shifts associated with aging. Fructose is a sugar that is directly absorbed by the liver, bypassing much of the initial digestive process that other sugars undergo. When your liver is unable to efficiently handle or completely metabolize the influx of fructose, a common occurrence in aging bodies that may have a slower metabolic rate or already be struggling with liver function, it begins to convert this excess fructose into two problematic substances: fat and uric acid. The actual harm and the very real discomfort begins then, particularly in the most vulnerable areas of your lower body, the toes, the ankles, and the knees. Uric acid, when it accumulates in the joints and the surrounding tissues, does not remain dormant. Instead, it crystallizes, forming sharp microscopic crystals that trigger a painful and often intermittent burning sensation, accompanied by noticeable swelling. This is the hallmark of gout, a form of inflammatory arthritis that can be incredibly debilitating, making even light walking an agonizing ordeal. Have you ever been jolted awake in the middle of the night by a piercing, throbbing pain in your big toe, a sensation so intense it feels like it's on fire? Or experience that unexpected, almost seizing stiffness in your calves when you try to move after sitting for a while? It may be something as minor as a seemingly innocent handful of grapes that is subtly causing your uric acid levels to rise, leading to these uncomfortable and often bewildering symptoms. If you've been eating grapes on a regular basis and have been experiencing increasing stiffness, swelling, or unexplained joint pain, it might be time to reconsider their place in your daily diet. Now, let's uncover the truth about watermelon. The very name evokes images of light, revitalizing summer days, backyard picnics, and a quintessential symbol of hydration and effortless refreshment. It's a fruit that, on the surface, seems like the absolute epitome of healthy eating, especially during warmer months. It's often recommended for its high water content, its low calorie count, and its ability to help you stay hydrated, making it a seemingly perfect choice for seniors who often struggle with adequate fluid intake. But could it be possible that this seemingly innocent, watery fruit is subtly and insidiously damaging your legs, undermining your mobility and strength? Isn't that an odd and counterintuitive thought? Here's the critical secret, the hidden truth that often goes overlooked. Watermelon possesses an extremely high glycemic index. This is a scientific measure of how quickly a food raises your blood sugar levels after consumption. A high glycemic index means that watermelon causes a rapid and dramatic spike in your blood sugar, much like consuming a sugary candy bar, despite its refreshing taste. And for seniors, those frequent and sharp sugar spikes can cause significant and often insidious harm, particularly to your legs. Let's dissect the physiological process behind this. When your blood sugar levels rise rapidly, your body's pancreas releases a rush of insulin, a hormone designed to shuttle glucose from your bloodstream into your cells for energy. However, in aging bodies, the insulin regulation system often becomes less efficient and more poorly regulated. This means that your body struggles to handle these rapid influxes of sugar effectively. The direct consequence of this dysregulation is increased inflammation, particularly in areas with already compromised or inadequate circulation, which, unfortunately, often includes the lower limbs of seniors. So where does this inflammation appear? It manifests in your calves, those often aching muscles that bear the brunt of your daily movement. It targets your ankles, leading to discomfort and swelling that can make wearing shoes uncomfortable. And it can significantly impact your knees, exacerbating existing pain and stiffness. Now I know you are on your knees praying I don't mention this one, but I just gotta be honest with you. Seniors, kindly stay off oranges. I know, but just hear me out. Even though the presence of citrus in oranges might seem perfectly normal and harmless, especially given the fruit's reputation, this high concentration of acid can quietly and persistently cause irritation to your joints. This is particularly true if your body is already battling existing inflammation, experiencing chronic stiffness, or if you are living with the pain and limitations of arthritis, conditions that are unfortunately common among the senior population. This is what actually occurs on a physiological level. The citric acid present in oranges has effects that extend far beyond the stomach. Once consumed, it is absorbed into your bloodstream and can actively exacerbate the delicate tissues within your joints. This irritation contributes to a heightened state of inflammation, making your joints more sensitive and painful. Additionally, when this citric acid is combined with the fruit's natural sugars, it can cause unpredictable and often significant blood sugar fluctuations. The symptoms of this subtle acidic attack can manifest in various ways, often slowly and insidiously. When you wake up in the morning, you may begin to experience a gradual but noticeable stiffness in your knees, making it difficult to fully extend or bend them. A persistent, nagging hip pain might become a regular companion, interfering with your daily activities. That uncomfortable, almost restless sensation in your legs after prolonged periods of sitting can become more pronounced and irritating. You might observe a decreased overall mobility, finding it harder to move with the same fluidity and grace you once possessed. And perhaps most visibly, you might experience an increase in swelling around your ankles and feet. Since oranges have long been associated with wellness, they hold a powerful positive perception. However, you are now equipped with the vital knowledge that they may not be the optimal choice for your specific health needs as a senior. This awareness empowers you to make more informed dietary decisions for the sake of your leg health and overall comfort. Now, we all love green apples, especially on those quiet Sunday mornings. But this is what you have to know about green apple and how it is affecting your health. Green apples. They possess an undeniably crisp, clean, and organic appearance that immediately conveys a sense of natural health and purity. Furthermore, the vast majority of individuals, particularly seniors who are meticulously watching their sugar intake, firmly believe that green apples are the unequivocally healthier option compared to their sweeter, red counterparts, precisely because they taste less sweet. They seem like the quintessential healthy, low-sugar snack, perfect for maintaining a balanced diet and managing blood sugar levels. However, what most people remain completely unaware of, a hidden truth that can significantly impact their comfort and mobility, is this. Green apples, despite their wholesome image, might subtly yet persistently cause weariness, stiffness, and chronic pain in your legs. The culprits responsible for this insidious impact are two often overlooked components: malic acid and hidden natural sugars. First, let's delve into the role of malic acid. Green apples derive their characteristic tart, sour flavor from this specific organic acid. And while malic acid can be perfectly fine, even beneficial, for younger individuals with robust digestive systems, it can prove to be quite unpleasant and irritating for aging digestion, which tends to be more sensitive and less efficient. Our gut lining, the delicate protective barrier in our digestive system, becomes inherently more sensitive and permeable with age. Consequently, once malic acid enters the body, it can not only irritate digestive tissues, but also subtly aggravate other tissues, including your joints. This can lead to a variety of uncomfortable symptoms that are often misattributed to other causes. After eating apples, some elderly people have reported experiencing severe hip or thigh pain, a deep ache that seems to have no clear origin. Others describe a mild but persistent heat in their feet or an unsettling tightness in their knees, making simple movements feel restricted. The onset of these symptoms is often gradual. It doesn't happen immediately after a single apple. But as time passes and as malic acid continues to accumulate with regular consumption, the agony tends to increase in frequency and intensity, becoming a more constant companion. Now, let's address the sugar content. Even if green apples don't taste as overtly sweet as red apples, they still contain a significant amount of natural sugars. And here's the critical point for seniors. That sugar, even in its natural form, can cause problematic blood sugar fluctuations, particularly in elderly people whose metabolisms have naturally slowed down and become less efficient at processing glucose. These fluctuations, while perhaps not as dramatic as those caused by refined sugars, can still trigger a cascade of unwelcome symptoms in your legs. You might experience a pervasive tiredness in your calves, a feeling that your legs are constantly drained of energy, even after a good night's rest. Agonizing leg cramps, especially at night, can become a regular and disruptive occurrence, jolting you awake and stealing precious sleep. You might wake up in the morning, experiencing a noticeable stiffness throughout your legs and joints, making those first few steps of the day feel particularly challenging. Or you might simply feel a generalized weakness when ascending stairs, finding that your legs just don't have the same power they once did. The most challenging aspect of green apples' potential impact is that they are frequently consumed uncooked as a convenient snack throughout the day, or even right before bed. This means that the body is constantly and repeatedly exposed to their problematic components, preventing the system from recovering or properly regulating. They appear so incredibly healthy and pure, embodying the very essence of natural wellness. However, for aging bodies, green apples may be subtly yet powerfully making it harder to walk with ease, stiffening your joints and contributing to restless and uncomfortable evenings. So, if a fruit as seemingly basic and wholesome as a green apple can have such a profound and negative effect on senior leg strength and comfort, what about a truly tropical, incredibly rich and notoriously sweet fruit, one that is adored by many and practically synonymous with summer indulgence? Let's discuss the true sugar bomb, the mango. It is a fruit that is almost universally adored by people of all ages, but holds a special place in the hearts of many, particularly during the warm summer months when its vibrant flavor is at its peak. It's often seen as a delightful, natural treat, a healthy indulgence. Here's the undeniable truth, however. a truth that could significantly impact your quality of life if you're a senior experiencing leg pain and weakness. The mango, despite its heavenly taste and natural origin, may very well be one of the most harmful fruits for elderly people who are contending with joint weakness and persistent leg pain. And why, you might ask, would such a beloved and seemingly innocent fruit pose such a significant threat? The answer lies in its remarkably high natural sugar content. And when I say a lot, I don't mean a little sugar that can be easily managed by an aging body. I'm talking about a truly significant sugar punch, a concentrated dose of natural sweetness that will cause your blood sugar to rise sharply and rapidly, creating a powerful, almost explosive metabolic response. Now, for a younger individual who is highly active and perhaps under the age of 30, their body can often handle that sudden rise in blood sugar with remarkable efficiency. Their metabolism is robust. Their insulin sensitivity is typically high, and their systems are adept at quickly bringing blood sugar levels back to normal. However, a crucial metabolic shift occurs after the age of 60. Your metabolism naturally slows down, becoming less agile and less efficient at managing rapid glucose influxes. This means that a sugar rush from a mango, instead of being smoothly processed, often leads to a pronounced insulin spike followed by a subsequent and often dramatic crash. And here's the insidious consequence. Each and every time this rapid sugar surge and subsequent crash occurs, your body triggers and produces inflammation deep within your joints, particularly in the delicate soft tissues that surround your ankles, your hips, and your knees. This chronic, low-grade inflammation is a primary driver of pain and stiffness in seniors. If you are already experiencing nerve problems, the effects can be even more pronounced and distressing. You might begin to experience a persistent burning sensation in your toes, an uncomfortable and often bewildering symptom, a tingling sensation that simply won't go away. Feeling like pins and needles could become a frequent companion. You might notice significant swelling around your feet in the evening, making your shoes feel tight and restricting your movement. Or that unsettling, creeping heaviness in your legs, a feeling that they are being weighed down, could become a constant and debilitating sensation. Many elderly people continue to consume mangoes with the firm belief that they are enjoying a natural, wholesome delight, a gift from nature that can only be beneficial. And it is natural in its origin. However, it is a crucial distinction to make. Natural does not always equate to safety or optimal health for weaker circulation and aging joints. Your body, with its changing metabolic needs, processes these natural sugars differently. Here's the truly good news, though, the beacon of hope in this often challenging journey of aging. While some fruits may subtly detract from your leg strength and contribute to discomfort, other fruits have the exact opposite, profoundly positive effect. They are, in fact, powerful allies in your quest for strong, sturdy legs, actively working to reduce joint pain and powerfully combating inflammation throughout your body. These are the therapeutic alternatives, the fruits that truly support and heal. First, let's talk about the incredible power of berries. This category includes blackberries, raspberries, blueberries, and their many vibrant cousins. These little fruits, often overlooked in favor of larger, sweeter options, are truly potent anti-inflammatory agents. They are remarkably mild on your blood sugar, causing only gentle fluctuations, making them safe for seniors. They are absolutely brimming with antioxidants, compounds that protect your cells from damage and promote overall cellular health. And crucially, they are naturally low in sugar, reducing the risk of inflammation and sugar spikes. Above all, berries possess unique properties that significantly increase circulation, particularly in your legs, where blood flow can often be compromised with age. This improved circulation means more oxygen and nutrients reaching your muscles and joints, leading to a profound difference in how your legs feel. They actively promote easier mobility, allowing you to move with greater freedom and less effort. They powerfully combat stiffness, making your joints feel more pliable and less rigid. Cherries are next on our list of beneficial fruits, but with a slight caveat: consume them sparingly, with intention. While overconsumption of any fruit can be problematic, a small controlled portion of cherries offers remarkable therapeutic benefits. In fact, studies have shown that cherries, particularly tart cherries, can significantly help reduce uric acid levels in the body. This is a critical benefit, as lower uric acid levels directly reduce the likelihood of painful gout flare-ups and other forms of joint pain exacerbated by uric acid crystals. They actively relieve sore joints, diminishing that burning feeling in your knees or toes, providing tangible and much-needed comfort. The avocado comes next, a fruit that often surprises people because of its savory nature. But indeed, it is botanically classified as a fruit, and it's also undeniably among the greatest for promoting healthy joints and overall leg comfort. Why? Because avocados are exceptionally high in healthy monounsaturated fats, which are not only beneficial for heart health, but also possess powerful anti-inflammatory properties that work deep inside your body, actively reducing systemic inflammation. These healthy fats also act as natural lubricants, effectively cushioning your joints and making movement smoother and less painful. If you have taken the time to watch this far, if you have absorbed the depth of information shared today, one thing is abundantly clear to me. You are deeply concerned about your future. You value your strength, and you are committed to safeguarding your health and independence for years to come. And I want you to clearly hear this, to internalize it with every fiber of your being. It is absolutely not too late for you to make profound and positive changes in your health journey. You still have ample time to recover, to regain lost strength, and to improve your overall well-being. I'd like to hear from you now. Your voice is incredibly important to this community. In the comment section below, please tell us what invaluable insight you learned today and what specific change you are prepared to make in your daily routine to support your leg health. Since we all grow and learn when we share our experiences and knowledge, let's help one another on this journey towards better health. If this video was helpful to you, if it provided valuable insights, or if it even slightly opened your eyes to new possibilities, please hit the like button. Your engagement helps us reach more seniors who can benefit from this information. And to ensure you never overlook any crucial information that could truly alter your health trajectory, please click the subscribe button and turn on the notification